The cryptocurrency markets are crashing right now. We need to look at realistic price predictions for the cryptocurrency markets. Where is Bitcoin going to top out? Can Solana go back to its all-time high? Is Ethereum going to hit $10,000 this time round? Let's talk about it. What I'm going to be doing is going through a lot of different data and analytics. So this is not based on hype and hopium. This is all based on data. Now, I've been seeing a lot of price predictions over the last 18 months for the cryptocurrency markets. And in my personal opinion, I do think a lot of them are way, way over of where they should be. Looking at a $300,000 Bitcoin, I don't think that that is something that is going to happen this cycle. And I'm going to go through why. First thing we want to look at is we want to look at the Fibonacci extensions. This is a mathematical algorithm that you can get up on TradingView to give you a perspective on where the price of Bitcoin could go. And this has been respected in previous cycles, which is why this is an indicator that we really need to look at. If we look at the Fibonacci extensions for this cycle, if we take it from the top of the previous bull market to the bottom of the bear, we have our three zones. Zone number one is between $73,000, which is the all-time high for the last cycle. And the first Fibonacci ends at $101,000, which has already been hit, which is fantastic. The second zone, and this is the zone that I find the most important, and this is the zone where I will be doing the majority of my exits on the price of Bitcoin. This is between $100,000 and $155,000. My top end price prediction for Bitcoin is around $150,000 this cycle. Now, I know that is a lot lower than a lot of other people and a lot of other influencers that have talked about the price prediction for Bitcoin. But for me personally, I much prefer being conservative because the most important thing is to get out of the markets and make sure that you secure profits. So I may be exiting early. I don't care at this point. What my most important thing is to do is to make sure that I secure profits. So based on the Fibonacci's, the second zone for me is my exit zone, and that's between $100,000 and $150,000. If you've been in my group coaching program, you would know this already, and we've already teed up our exit for Bitcoin over the last 6 months. The Fibonacci exit is a strategy that you can use for other altcoins. This can work for the likes of Ethereum. It can work for the likes of Solana. However, the Fibonacci extensions is difficult to be able to plot if you are looking at altcoins that are new to the market, that have not too much history. So if you've got, for example, the likes of like Camino or even Sui, for example, these altcoins have only been available over the last year. So their history and their price action, there's not enough data for us to determine whether these Fibonacci's are actually going to be respected or not. So what is something that you can do to actually get some price predictions for these particular altcoins? I'm going to go through a couple of different options here. Now, option number one is to actually utilize AI to be able to give you price predictions. The AI that I prefer to use is Grok. Grok is the internal AI that is integrated into Twitter at the moment. The reason why I use Grok is because Twitter is the number one platform to put cryptocurrency research on. So what Grok does is it actually filters through all the noise and grabs all the best web pages and all of the best Twitter accounts and can give you a perspective on a particular price prediction that they might have for an altcoin. So, for example, I'm going to go through the price prediction for Aerodrome and what Grok has come up with as price targets for Aerodrome, and I'm going to compare that to my own research that I have done manually myself. What I've ended up doing is plotted in a question that is to estimate Aerodrome Finance potential market cap and price based on Uniswap's all-time high. Now, the reason why I'm comparing it to Uniswap is because Uniswap was the number one DEX on Ethereum last cycle. So we need to have a competitor. We need to have a comparison. So we're going to compare it to the respective percentage of the market cap shares relative to Ethereum. We'll need to piece together available data and make some reasonable assumptions. So the first thing is what Grok has done, has basically given us Uniswap's all-time high for last cycle and its market cap respective to that. So Uniswap had a all-time high market cap of 23.64 billion. Ethereum's all-time high market cap was $4,878, putting its market cap at 347 billion. Now, we've had a look at the market share relative to Ethereum, meaning that Uniswap's market cap share in comparison to Ethereum was 6.8%. Now it came up with the market cap for Aerodrome, which is currently at 578 million. And Aerodrome's market cap share relative to Ethereum at the moment is 0.17%. So if we were to compare, if Aerodrome's market cap was 6.8% of ETHs, that would put its total capitalization at 22.85 billion. This assumes that Aerodrome is going to replicate the market cap share that Uniswap had last cycle. This is not going to happen. Number one, because Aerodrome is on base, it's on layer 2, so there's actually less market capitalization. Two, there's obviously more competitors in the market. Uniswap was one of the only decentralized exchanges available on the market last cycle. That's not the case anymore. So the market capitalization share is going to be a lot less. So that's why Grok has actually come up with contextual adjustments here, knowing the facts that Aerodrome is not going to have 6.8% market share, but may have slightly less. So what they've done is compared it to see, okay, what if it has less than half? So if there's a 3% market share for Aerodrome, that would put it at a $10 billion market cap, which would put it at a $13 Aerodrome in circulating supply with a fully diluted valuation of $6.72. If it was a 4% market share, it would be a $13.44 billion market cap, making Aerodrome's price $17.46 at circulating and $8.96 fully diluted valuation. So this is a pretty good estimate for Grok to come up with. However, I have some contextual changes that I would adjust to actually give us a little bit of a better perspective of where I think Aerodrome's price could be. So this is my exit strategy document that I have come up with. And what I'm doing here is I'm comparing Uniswap, Aerodrome, and Ethereum. Now, one of the metrics that Grok didn't take into consideration, which I am taking into consideration, is that Aerodrome is 16% of the market cap of Uniswap. This was something that was not contextualized. And that's the reason why I actually have lower price predictions for Aerodrome based on that discrepancy. What I've also done here is I'm also comparing where the price of Ethereum could potentially get based on the Fibonacci extensions. So I've plotted 842 billion at the 1.618 fib, 1.324 trillion at the 2.618 fib, and 1.8 trillion at the 3.618 fib for Ethereum. Meaning that if Ethereum gets to these particular prices in this market cap, which would be a $7,000 ETH, an $11,000 ETH, and a $15,000 ETH, then based on the fact that Aerodrome has 16% of the market share of Uniswap, it would actually come in at a $3.80 Aerodrome for the first price target, $8.50 for the second price target, and $11.50 for the third price target. And that's also based on my price prediction or my market cap prediction of Uniswap this cycle, which would be 16.84 billion as market cap target 1, 37 billion at market cap target 2, and 50 billion at market cap target 3. So that's the reason why my price predictions are slightly lower than that. We've also had a look at Aerodrome's Fibonacci extensions. And again, this is another reason why sometimes the Fibonacci's may not work. But for Aerodrome, what I've done is basically taken it from the top of their local peak at the beginning of the year to the bottom of the bear, and that puts them in a $3.50 target, a $5.50 target, and a $7.60 target. So those are actually lower price predictions, which is why I think that my data analysis based on the market capitalization of Uniswap and Ethereum is slightly better suited for this particular cryptocurrency. So this may be quite confusing, which is why you probably need to watch this multiple times. But this is really going to help you guys understand from a data perspective how to have proper price targets and not just pie in the sky numbers that have nothing backing it. And that's also the reason why I go through this exit strategy document many times in my coaching program and with my clients, so they can understand and get a perspective on what it actually takes to have proper exits and be able to understand where the markets can actually go, not just based on what influencers are telling you. So if you guys are interested in getting access to some of the documents that I have here, make sure you click the link down below and apply for my group coaching program. I only have 15 spots left, and then I'm closing it out forever, and I will not be taking on any more clients. I will be solely focusing on everyone in the current group. And the final thing I'm going to show you is this really cool exit strategy document. This isn't actually mine. This is from BS Crypto, but it gives you a good perspective on how to give yourself price targets based on the previous analysis that you've just done. So if you're using the Fibonacci targets, then you can use that. If you're using the low cap exit strategy that I've just showed you, you can do that. So it's based on the desired exit price. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to utilize Solana for this. Now, the Fibonacci exit for Solana, inside the second Fibonacci zone, in the middle of that is around $600 Solana. So that's why I think it's a safe option to have my desired exit for Solana at $600. However, I don't want to wait for Solana to get to $600. I want to be able to take profits before that. And I need to know what price targets I need to look at, so I can make sure that I exit the market. I exit my position with Solana, but do it slightly earlier, and then also have some later targets as well. So what I've done here is my average buy price for Solana is $150. My desired exit price is $600. I own 1,000 Solana, meaning total invested is 150,000, revenue target 600, profit target 450, and the multiples will be 4x. So what I like to do is I like to look at the bell curve. The bell curve is the one that is best suited for many different types of coins. And as you can see here, I've got the price targets of $300, selling at 10% with a revenue of $30,000, $450 at 15%, 50% at $600, which is my desired exit, 15% at $750, 10% at $900. Now, the reason why I like this one the most is that, let's say Solana doesn't get up to $750 or doesn't get up to $900. You've still exited over 75% of your position at that point. So that means you've secured your profit, which is amazing. And that's exactly what you want to do. You want to be 75% out of the market for your desired exit price. And the other 25% is, if the market is slightly elongated or it gets overextended slightly, then, you have the potential to squeeze out a little bit more. So this is just like a really simple example of how you can set price targets based on your desired exit, based on the data that you are currently collecting for your particular altcoins. So from my perspective, it's better to have a more conservative price and make sure that you come out of the market at least 75% at your desired exit price, as opposed to waiting for a pie in the sky number that you got from some influencer with absolutely zero data backing it whatsoever. Me personally, $150,000 Bitcoin is pretty conservative. I think an $8,000 Ethereum is pretty conservative. I think a $600 Solana is pretty conservative. I think a $5 Cardano is pretty conservative. These are the types of numbers that you really want to be focused on. And you actually want to be taking profits way before those desired exits. And then obviously leave a slight little bit of moon bag just in case we do actually go up much further, especially with the current market conditions and the market sentiment. It can be tough at the moment to psychologically understand that there is still long-term perspective for crypto, and the cryptocurrency markets are going to go up over time, and your altcoins will perform if they are good standing blue chip altcoins. That's it for today's video. If you want any of the documents that I have gone through in this video, make sure you do comment down below. And again, if you are interested in me becoming your mentor, make sure you do click the link down below and apply for our coaching program. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I will see you guys in the next one.